All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. Yeah, the TriFold is getting some traction again because it's back in stock. I got the email myself saying, hey, go ahead and order. But for me, it's been about the same thing with this phone. This is the Fold 7, which I think is one of the best foldables on the market in the US. There are a lot of phones out there that are really solid foldables that are not this phone, but Samsung's really pushing the TriFold. And I get it. It's their new product. They want to get that footprint in the market like they did when the Note first came out. Remember how everybody mocked the Note and said it's horrible, it's too big? Samsung planted the seed for large phones today. And now every phone is a big phone. Just about like people crave these big phone screens like this for a number of reasons. Everybody has their personal reason as to why they want to use a bigger screen like that. It's up to you to determine what your reasoning is. But the TriFold went in stock and then went out of stock extraordinarily fast. And that doesn't mean that, some people take it a certain way. I don't think that they're making, because they're just ordering. You still have to wait to get your phone. And you also can walk into certain stores and buy them if they have them in stock. If you have a Samsung store, unfortunately, my Samsung store closed. The one that was right here by me, it just closed. It's gone. So the closest I could get to was Houston now. So the Microsoft store closed. And then ironically enough, a Google store is now over there. This is crazy. So I daily drive a folding device. And currently it's the Pixel 10 Pro Fold. Really love this phone. I've already compared these phones and given you my reasons as to why I do what I do. But I feel like the TriFold is a hit. It's just that the price is where so many people, they just can't wrap their head around. And because people can't wrap their head around this price of this regular Fold right here, people think that this is a lot of money. So I know Samsung is, and I always think it's crazy when people say, oh, Samsung's marketing it towards this person. If Samsung could build millions of these and sell millions of these and millions and millions and millions like they do the S line, they would do it. They're not in the market to not make money. And so, yeah, there are people who out there who can afford it is what you're really saying, or who's willing to pay that money for it. Tons of people might have the ability to finance things and, put it on their credit card or put it on their monthly bill if that's an option. But not a lot of people can just kick out the cash and keep it moving. That's just the way the world is. And everybody doesn't have money sitting around like that they'll be willing to spend on something that is a strong depreciating asset. I mean, this is a big, phones are major depreciating assets. They hold no value to regular consumers. The value they get out of it is the enjoyment over time. Content creators get the kickback right away. You make a video on it, you make a bunch of revenue on it, it's basically paid for. And then you move on to the next thing. It's all about content, keeping the content going with all the latest devices for content creators. But when it comes to the TriFold, I daily drove a larger device like that for about a month. And what I found in my review back then, it's just not practical. For me, it is not practical. If I found that it was, because I really don't have a budget on smartphones per se. I have a budget, but it's more than $3,000, but it has to be something really good, because there were phones out there that were $4,500 at one point. I was like, that's ridiculous. And they weren't even, I think they were TriFolds back then. One was TriFold, but the problem with a phone being $3,000 is you've eliminated 99% of the population who's willing to do it. That's what you've done. And this is how people say, oh, it's for a niche market. It's not so much that it's for a niche market all the time. People just can't afford it. You could show that TriFold to a lot of people and they would say, ooh, I would love it. Then when you tell them the price, they'd be like, ooh. It's like showing somebody a Ferrari or a Corvette or something. And they say, ooh, I like that. It costs $130. Oh, no, can't do that. That's the reality of it. So the TriFolds are really nice. But I found that in my use case scenarios, it's just not practical. Now, where it is useful is having it all the way open, having it completely folded open, and you get that extra screen. As a creator, editing. That is where it would come in the best for a creator. And it's unfortunate that it doesn't have S Pen support officially, but you can buy external pens and things like that to actually use it with. And on a big canvas like that, it's gonna be great. So for me, when I did use it for a month, I just found that it wasn't as practical, and I kept it closed in this orientation with 2 screens and predominantly 1 screen when like texting or something like that. I kept it open there, you know, like on the go. It was definitely in this orientation a lot, obviously, and I could text with 1 hand because, you know, it's not as much to hold. I have big hands, but still, it's easier to hold a phone like this and text with 1 hand, other than, you know, having it open even to this orientation and texting like this. This is more comfortable for a lot of people probably, but I just think the TriFold is a very intriguing device, but a lot of people are turned off by the price, and that's just what it is. If it was the same price or just maybe $400 higher than this, then Samsung would face a thing where people are starting to buy it more than this, more than likely, because they're just saying, because essentially what you're doing is they're adding a screen on for all that extra money. Think of it that way. It's essentially the same phone. They're just adding on another one of these little strips here, adding on another one of those, and you're paying an additional $1,000+. Think of it that way. That's a good way to view it. And I think that's the way you probably should view it. If you're interested in it, when the pre-orders pop up again, I suggest you go in there. It's sold out right away. Let me go in here, shop Samsung. It's sold out right away. Again, I ignored my email because, hey, it looked great, but I was like, yeah, not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So you have stores you can check stores you can go to, but it's sold out right away. And you go down here, you see stores, and the closest one to me is Houston, Texas. And you know, I would definitely, it's just listed in the app. You go through all the stores that it's available at. So it's available in California. It's available in looks like Minnesota, New York, obviously, again in California, 2 places in Texas, and another place in New York. But you know, ultimately, the fact that you know, you can actually get something like this in our society now is actually pretty impressive. You can fold away a tablet, which is great. And essentially that's what you're doing with this, but you know, you got to take it to the next level. You've got to get that next thing from the consumer. And, you know, don't get it twisted. This is exactly what, you know, companies do. They want to get you onto the next thing. If you're wondering about this case, this is a case by Thinborn. I'll try to leave a link in the description so you can grab yours. It's to me, it's the ultimate case for the Z Fold 7 because it keeps it so thin. It's like it's not even there. And this new red color is actually pretty sweet. So if you have a black phone or any other color phone, but it looks good with any other colors. The blue tone on here, I like it. But with this red case, it's a little off to me, but still it looks really good. So I wear it on here every day. Yeah, foldable phones are a hit to me. I daily drive this foldable phone right here, the Pixel 10 Pro Fold. Actually really love this. And I just think that foldable phones at this stage right here, a lot of people still haven't grasped hold of reality that this is actually very functional and very good for daily use. And so getting them to try to switch to something that big and that big of a price, that's the problem. You know, that's the problem. This right here is too big for a lot of people already. You know, some people are just not going to buy into the hype. This phone is obviously more of a traditional style phone for holding than the Fold 7. The Fold 7 has that narrow field footprint when it's folded all the way closed. And the Pixel 10 Pro Fold has a more natural appeal to a lot of people. The Fold is a lot more uniformed than the Pixel Fold 10 Pro Fold, you know, because of the corners and the way it's built out. But essentially, this phone is more of a traditional style smartphone, and getting people to adapt to even the clamshell folding phones is still very difficult. People don't trust that they're going to be reliable as far as if they drop it. But I find that strange as an argument because people currently today, they put a case on their phone and then they don't really drop it at all. Everybody babies their phones to this day. And so worried about if these phones are going to break, more than likely you'll have it closed more than you think. And when you do have it open, you're going to be in the comfort of a place where you're going to be securing it. And so there is an opportunity where it could be dropped. I have dropped this phone multiple times, nick here and there, but still functional. It's no broken anything. The interior screens on these phones are the issue that, you know, it's That's the fragile point. You can't press too hard and things like that. That is where the problem comes in. And people don't do it knowing what they paid for it. Like, people are very sensitive to taking care of their devices. People baby their phones. People leave their phone at the house and they panic. That's where our world is right now. So I think with the foldable phone, the TriFold's coming out and coming back in stock, it's going to restock again, and people will jump on it again. But I feel like until Samsung can get it, because remember when the Note came out, the Note I think was $700-800, and people were just shocked. We're talking about the Note, man. That's a long time ago. The Galaxy Note, the first one, the OG, that's a long time ago, and they were asking like $800 back then. So times haven't changed. Products have just gotten better. Like, you look at the original price of the Note. I think I paid $700 or $800 for my first Note, and that was a lot of money back then, because phones were subsidized back then, and you couldn't finance it at the time. AT&T was the only one that had the contract, I believe, after it really got popular. So paying outright for an unlocked version, they were very hard to get, and they cost a lot of money. I remember paying all that money for it. So I don't think the world is any different now. I think it's the same thing. We've just gotten to the point where products are so good and the economy is so much, everything costs more. You're just looking at the same thing that happened with the Galaxy Note. Anyway, it's your man Jay. Were you able to get a TriFold? Were you able to get in? Did you go into a store? Will you go into a store? Will you even pay the $3,000 plus tax for this phone? Or are you going to live vicariously through a lot of people like I'm doing? I'm living vicariously through all the people who are kicking out that cash. It doesn't matter that I have it. I just don't see myself getting much use out of all three screens. So I'll stick to 2 screens. It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next one. Take care.